Okay guys, so I sit on my robot hand made in Blender. This is a robot hand for robot Paul. This is hand version 0.5, and I sit on this hand since a while. Don't know exactly how long, how many hours, but not so long. I have a little bit of a problem, which is on the one hand a problem, but then it isn't actually. It's being motivated to actually continue working on your stuff, on your projects. So if you feel that way, I think that's pretty normal. I don't even think it's necessarily a problem. What I'm talking about is, you know, you start sometimes projects and then you're leaving them because you still learn other things, and I'm being so distracted with so many things you can do with Blender, and that sometimes it's very hard to just focus on one particular project. And so I was thinking I'm gonna make a video where I talk a little bit about that, but also about other stuff. So it's a very casual video, which has nothing, not really a point, but I can show you some cool stuff if you want. Yes, I can do that. So yeah, I have a lot of different little animations. I'm not showing everything, but this one you can see. Maybe this is the animation. Yeah, very simple animation. I just wanted to see how it works, the relationship with the hand holding, what is this called? A Rohr. It's a German word, Rohr. Oder Stange. So you can think what it is, what it means. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, so I'm being all the time distracted, which is for some people a problem. It used to be a big problem, but I think it is not really a problem being distracted. It's just, you know, that's how my brain is wired. And I think it's okay, because although it can be tough to finish sometimes projects, it allows you or me to be extremely creative with or have a lot of ideas, and that is also good for something. So yeah, nevertheless, sometimes I want to finish something, and so I have to kind of force myself. So a little bit of discipline is good, but it's also good to allowing yourself to get distracted. Don't always try to be perfect in any way. That's what I try to communicate. Yeah, something like that. I have to think about this in the future. Probably I'm gonna talk about this again in a better way. I hope so. Yeah, which is trying again to be perfect. Anyway, so this is the robot hand Paul, and I want to show you something. I prepared another thing. So here is my Paul 0.2.b, and here he had already applied or attached his robot hand to a sword, and everything you see is made myself, because I want to learn so many things on how to do stuff. However, I used here a texture. You cannot really see it, but I have to say it. It's a texture of my girlfriend's piece of art. So that I used for the texture, and it gave this sword his personality, which I think is great. So, but anyways, so he's holding the best sword in the world, and I'm gonna show you when I play the animation. There's also some sound being played. This is my, I think, wireless drill. Yeah. So, and here he had his old version, and the thumb here is not really, he cannot really grab the sword in a really good way, you know, as you saw in the animation. So I changed this already, or I changed that already. So although my girlfriend says the thumb is pretty long, that's what she said. The thumb is pretty long. She's right about that. So I tried to shorten him a little bit, but it's okay because it's a robot. It doesn't have to be perfect. So this is also my very first robot hand I ever made. And yeah, I'm gonna talk a little bit about that. So I tried to have a good mixture, and I'm still not finished it. I try to have a good mixture between realism, things which makes actually sense, you know, like you can, you know, oh, let's use those things here. So you can change the rotation of those different mechanical bones, so that's good. And then you have another one somewhere. I have to see. I may need some empties later on. Oh yeah, this works too. So this one, if this is a little bit, if I am doing some weird stuff, this has to do with the big mouse problem. I always talk about this a little bit. I always use a trick to make the mouse appear bigger in the video. That's good for you, but it's kind of hard if you want to change certain values. The mouse sometimes accelerates like crazy and does weird things, and that's kind of annoying, but anyway, like, yeah. So we can rotate the thumb in. Boy, look at that. 2000. What the hell? Okay, you can rotate this guy here a little bit. I have to be very careful or gentle. And then we can rotate this guy, which is also important. Again, this jumps so crazy. That makes me really... Let's use this method here. So, yeah, so we can rotate it in this directions here. That's good. And what else? Yeah, let's reset here, which means the thumb is actually able to give some support, right? Yeah, so something like that. It's not perfect again, but the problem is I shouldn't be too perfect, otherwise I'm not gonna finish this project. That's also a thing I wanted to mention. It's sometimes when your goals are a little bit too high, you're getting tired of this because it overwhelms you, and so you stop working on it. So I want to be done soon. I think it's already good enough. So what it needs is a wrist. So I will give the hand here the ability to go a little bit, you know, here to the left and to the right a little bit maybe, and up and down. That might be helpful. And right now those fingers here, which can be changed, like this one here, they are sharing, well, they are just an array modifier. You can see, oh, look at that, that's funny. Yeah, so they are sharing the, what am I talking? They are sharing, they are, you know, using the array modifier. Okay, so a pole, I think it's no, pole is the robot. Pole? What is the Stange called in the English language? I forgot. Anyway, so yeah, I also thought making you know, greeting you in this stupid way. I'm gonna show you this quickly. It's because, you know, it's so obvious. You know, I want to say, hey guys, if you liked the video, make sure to give it up. I hate those stuff. I hate those stuff so much because it's stupid. It is really stupid. Don't get me wrong. I understand it's necessary because people don't do it and you kind of need it. And I do care about this too. But that might be a German thing. It's a German thing, I think. I'm not so sure. You do not ask for praise, you know. So I feel if I would do it, I feel like it's not worth it. I mean, you know, asking for likes, because it doesn't mean anything. If you ask for something and then you get it, you kind of forced it, you know. So what does it mean? Not much. But if you are a bigger guy, I think then you know, a YouTuber, not influencer. This is such a stupid word. That's the stupid word, influencer. I think it's so drastically stupid to use such a word because it makes you more important than you are. It sounds more important than you are. It sounds like you could change the world, when in fact everybody is influencing everything. You know, if you go to the toilet, you're probably gonna influence your environment, so everybody's an influencer if you want. Let's just, you know, be humble. YouTuber was okay. It was a super nice term. What's wrong with that? Influencer, yeah, right. Man. Yeah, I warned you, it's a casual video. So, yeah. So now I said this. Yeah, okay, brain reset. Where was I? Complaining about stupid terms. Yeah, so what I have to do here, is basically, yeah, I was thinking, you know, yeah, so I have here some things which I want to change later on. So right now, as you can see, when I rotate this guy here, not this one here, maybe this. No, where is it? Very well. Ah, here we go. So if I change the rotation of the thumb here, you can see that the edges are going into the other object, which I don't want to have. The reason I left it for now is basically because changing this is very easy, you know, but I may make some other changes here and there, so I didn't want it to adjust this already. But what you can do is basically use the bevel here, and then we're gonna just maybe 5. That might be too much because I don't want to be too detailed. And then I recently discovered that turning this option on, clamp overlap, which when I read stuff I never really understand what it means, because I do not read the explanation. I should, yeah, but I don't usually do. Sometimes I do. Yeah, if you turn this on, it prevents basically the bevel modifier from overlapping, which it actually says very well, I think, and which gives you more control, you know. And then you can, you know, let's overdo this here a little bit. So you see, this is much better already. Maybe not perfect. I think it's still too close. This is something you can change if you want to be very picky about, you know, realism, which is a stupid thing in you know, it's a robot in Blender. Well, sometimes it's cool. Yeah, so this is how you could change this, but if you do that, you have to be careful. I think sometimes you are creating some doubles. So you select, when I select everything and say press M, and by distance, yeah, I removed 60 doubles. They might, some of them came from the bevel modifier, from the bevel I used, not a modifier. But I think it may has already some doubles. Let's check this out. Yeah, okay. See, there were some doubles probably created from the mirror modifier I used. Where the heck am I here? Or other things. Anyway, so let's go back. Let's do this again. And this one again. I have to, yeah, like this one here. So. And now only 4. Okay, we didn't create like 60 or I don't know how many, but some you create by when you use this method. Sometimes, I mean, it makes sense. So be careful with that, or keep that in mind. But there is another problem here. Since I used the mirror modifier, I believe there is, or is there? No, this one is clean. But some of them are this one here. So this looks weird, and I was thinking, why is it looking so weird sometimes? And the reason is simple. I created this guy while this one here, while I was using the mirror modifier, but I forgot to delete, you know, the middle surfaces. So if I do that now, you see that the glitch here is gone, something like that. Some little details, you know, you kind of forget. Also, if you take a break from your own project and you work on other things, then, you know, yeah, chances are you forget certain little details, but that's not a big problem. Yeah, so yeah, right now I'm working on, I don't know, so I think yesterday, that's why I talked today probably so much nonsense, is I broke my brain. I think I watched a YouTube tutorial. If I think of I'm gonna put the link in the description if I think of it, if I want to do that later, about some notes and anyway, it was a video about notes and notes with displacement, and yeah, it was a weird video, and it was so over. Oh hell, was this complicated. The guy did a great job, but I hated him for being such a such a good, you know, such a next level awesome guy, but he really hurt my brain, and for that I hated him. And not that I really hated him, it was just overwhelmingly hard to follow, but the video was great, no question about it. So sometimes you're being overwhelmed, and that's okay. It just means you're not ready for stuff. So I decided, no, I'm not ready for that. I'm not going to deal with that right now. It's too much. But the tutorial, if I think of, I'm going to link in the video description. It's a very interesting thing to watch. For some of you, if you are, you know, like those things, then it's an awesome video for sure. I think I found a similar one, which is a little bit easier. Which I'm gonna watch later, or which I'm gonna deal with it later. Yeah, just saying, you know, things can be overwhelming, and so I thought I'm gonna talk a little bit about that. If this happens, well, don't worry, that's what it is. And also, you cannot learn everything. That's also not possible. Okay, so yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take a break here and reset here. Also reset the project. I was thinking, should I show you the projects I have? Probably make another. Maybe I'm gonna make a video and show projects I'm currently working on. And yeah, such a maybe a month video. I do not know. Anyway, so yeah. Then I'm gonna take a break, and I think if I'm gonna model this with you a little bit or not. Let's see. Okay, guys, I took a little break and I decided to eat a candy, which was stupid because then I had a candy in my mouth, and so I couldn't continue recording. Here's the thing, I believe we are almost done, so I just basically wanted to communicate. I think that sometimes I'm being very distracted, and I think that's good. It's not a bad thing. If you feel the same way, then don't worry about it too much. And I feel often overwhelmed when I watch tutorials and such, and that can be extremely intimidating. So, and I wanted to talk about this. I think this is what I wanted to do. But anyway, you know what? So I resetted everything. I want to do some little changes here with you, or little fixes, and maybe a little bit of work on the wrist, but the rest of it I will do offline, because I do not have a plan for the thing. I'm just work on that and see how it develops, and sometimes I just stare at the thing and think, you know, and if I record and I feel like that's boring, and probably it kind of is. So anyway, let's fix something together forever. This is a song. Oh, nice. Here we go. Yeah, some days I'm being like a little bit what do you guys say? Like in German we say hippelig. Like a little bit over the top, you know, like I drank too much coffee or something. That's just, but this is my personality. Sometimes I have to, sometimes, you know, not. Can be annoying sometimes, but also funny. It really depends. But I get it when it's a little bit tedious. Anyway, so saying that because why not? Why not? Who cares? Worst case it helps somebody who is similar. So let me just check something. Here, something wrong. This. See. Yeah, fixing those things is also nice here. Oh, what you can do, I should show you this. Look at that. Now they look more like robot things. It's good for animation, so we just basically applied, and now we just use the subdivision modifier. Now we can right click and say smooth, but I don't want to do it. I'm really happy with how it looks. Just want to show you that. That would be good for animation, but it comes with the cost of performance, and I really want to keep it simple because I believe I develop into what I like when things are fast, like in games, you know. So I think I'm kind of, I like the Eve render so much because I would say I'm still a gamer, and I may gonna develop into the do something with games, you know. I'm thinking about that. It would make sense, but I'm don't know how to start and such right now, and with what to start. Meaning, if I want to make a game in the future, I have to think about an engine. Okay, wait. Let's not be too distracted. So what I want to do, some fixing some polygons. Let's see if we have some doubles here. I'm gonna turn this one off. It might be too confusing. Yeah, this one here. Yeah, here we have 0 doubles. That's good. What about you? Also 0. That's great. And you have 6 doubles. See, gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah. And this one here, obviously. Don't know what I did here, why I have so many doubles here, but well, it's not a problem. It is not. So here we go. Yeah. So I work on so many different things right now. Yesterday I did, since 2 days I worked on my idea was to use a little bit of texture paint and create a huge a level, like, you know, a landscape, and then painting the landscape. So I thought, and then I realized, oh boy, that is not possible, because if you have a huge landscape and you want to just texture paint that, you need a very big texture to make everything look sharp, nice and dandy, and it's not that easy to deal with that. It's so crazy. And I know there's a lot of procedure generating stuff, and that's fine and such, but I really wanted to you know, create my landscape, and then I thought I'm gonna just paint some, you know, green ground and blue mountains and such. And well, I had to rethink, and I watched, that's what the reason why I watched so many tutorials, and I got so crazy. There is nothing I found which really satisfied me, to be honest. There are a lot of ways to make a landscape without any question, and a lot of crazy ways to make a realistic thing, but I wanted to make it with my hands, you know. So I'm still thinking about that, how I could do that. And I have a landscape already. I may show you this, but maybe in a different video, huh? Let's split that, so it's more interesting for this little channel here. I almost said stupid, but I said stupid already so often today. Okay, so we fixed this here. That one. Don't think I have some doubles here, but who knows? No, looks good. I mean, this shouldn't be, because they are still not, I didn't even apply the mirror modifier, so this is something I can do later on. Now let's save in between. Okay, shall we do that already? Yeah, I would say before I do a major step, I don't want to copy here. I mean, this is this, I think this is a save file 0.5, but I copied also, I saved also the very beginning, I think so, at least. Not 100% sure. I still have it. I have the very first version, but this is how I started, and I made a lot of backups, but here and there it's just better to just make a new save file for Blender. So I'm going to do this quickly offline. Okay, so if you're still here, this is now the project name is now Powell what did I wrote here? See, I cannot even write Paul and then Pauk hand. See, I cannot even write the simple things. It's so crazy. Anyway, it's just a typo in this case, I think. So this is Pauk hand 0.6, and let's do some major things now. Let's I was thinking maybe like this, so it's better visible. And also, can we? No, this one we cannot. Yeah, I'm not so sure if I want to change this right now. I mean, the edge is like a short at the beginning of the video, but maybe what we can do, yeah, this one we should maybe do. It's not serum. Okay, we just made a backup, so that's okay. I think we can do something here. We're gonna just change this here a little bit, like this. That. Yeah, let's do it so that I know I did it already. Let's use 5 times segments, 5 segments, and then this one here. Okay, what does this look good? How does it look good? What about that? No, I don't like it. It is falling. No. No, I think I like that. That's okay. That looks okay. I like it. I like it too much. I like it too much. Yeah, we in German say überdreht sometimes, when somebody is drinking so much coffee that he starts speaking very fast and a lot of nonsense and he's kind of in a good mood. Literally saying he is being annoying. And then we say somebody is überdreht. Like over. I don't know the English term right now. So I feel that way right now. How does this look? +4. You know, the thing about, yeah, it's good to have some details, but the hand at the end of the day, you know, it's gonna be like, I don't know, like this size later on. You will not even see it properly, especially for my animation here. Yeah. Also, I like Robert Paul a lot because he is being modeled so far like clean, kind of. I mean, you know, my clean way, and easy to animate. So I mean, kind of easy to animate. And I like continue working on them because it is still not overwhelming. Since it's so clean, it's easy to work on that. Okay, so I'm not so sure about the position, so I don't want to. So this one was connected first. It was like here, and there was maybe like that. So, but that was too long, so I cut that out, and I think so, and changed the position here. I think this is an okay position. It's not perfect, but it's okay. So I'm not so sure if yeah. This is something I'm gonna do offline, probably. Let's do something fun together. I'm a little bit worried about this because the last time I did those things, it's a while ago. So let's see how this works today. I hope I can show it in a nice way. So we're gonna separate this by selection for now. I think we're gonna replace this thing anyways, because what I want to do is, like I said, I want to give the ability to go like this, so we need a wrist. But how to make, oh, I got an idea already. Oh, that's good. Oh, thank you, brain. Thank you, brain, so much. It is so nice of you to give me all those ideas and then some weird dreams. I don't know why, but also thanks for that, brain. So like this, like 5. Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah, so I played, I don't know if you know the game Torchlight, and I love the graphics so much, and it inspired me so much, so I created also a skeleton. Yeah, I made a skeleton just for fun to see how you could make that. And so wait a second, maybe I was thinking if I do it, it may be a good idea to use a mirror modifier for this thing, but I don't want to cut the whole hand in half. So what we're gonna do, first of all, let's see about the shape. What about that? Too small. The weird thing is, yeah, I like the creative stuff better as the technical stuff. But the weird thing is when you do try to make it a little bit, again, it's not the realistic thing, but if you try to be a little bit more realistic, or that it makes sense, the funny thing is that some details will come automatically. So, you know, those little different points here, they just come with the being technical. You know, if you want to make this technical correct, that it's able, that it could bend here in the correct way, then you need some little cycle things, whatever they are called, the silver ones here, and they give your thing already some details. You know, you don't have to think about it, it just comes naturally. So that's a good thing. What did I do here? It doesn't look properly, is it? It looks okay, I think. You look very suspicious. I think it has to do with our, let me hide that. Ah, yeah, I see. This is a little bit of a problem. Did I back that up already? What the heck? Okay, let's do something here. Okay, we're gonna new collection. I hope I write this correct. Back up. Even simple words. I'm not good at writing at all. I'm never gonna be. It's crazy. For writing and to get better, I need to write like probably years. Even then, it's good to have some flaws. Anyway, so hide this one here for now. Let's check this out if it looks okay. Oh, I think so. It looks okay. Good. Good. But it was. I think it wasn't a good idea to do it now. No, it doesn't make sense. We need to. How do I do that? You know, I wanna connect. I wanna have here like, you know, like. I don't even know how to say that. Yeah, let me just do it here. I need to get this again. It doesn't have to be necessarily like a round number, like exactly 5, but I wanna do it for, I don't know why. Yeah, now it's 5 meters. I mean, the thing is completely out of proportion, but this is something we can deal later on. That so it's like this. Well, no, maybe like, okay, I'm sorry, but that's what it is. You know, that's why I think I like to doing sometimes stuff just offline for myself. I love recording. I love talking. Obviously, I wouldn't do it, but sometimes to just shut up, being focused is. I appreciate that a lot too. You wouldn't think so, but I do. Maybe let's make 8. It's not the weird thing is I'm sure it's not accurate anyways. This is also very suspicious. Why is that? This 7, 8, 7, this is 8. Something is completely crazy here. What did I do here? That's interesting. I didn't even see that before. I mean, it's almost 12 meter, but it's not completely. So shall we fix that, or do I change here anything? Let's just fix that here. 12. That's weird. Again, let's not be over perfect. That is not, this is what I meant at the beginning of the video. If you try to do everything so well, can happen that you just say, you know what, I don't want to do that at all. So, okay. Good. Now we're gonna squeeze this to 8 again, yeah. I do not know what's going on, why that is happening. I really don't know. There's a reason for it. There's a reason for everything. Might have to do with the, probably has to do with the whole thing. Look at that, there's something off. Yeah, probably not completely accurate. Anyway, this one doesn't have to go into space, so from that perspective I would say that's okay. Here we go, and then I would save. Okay, don't think about it, so let's fix this here. So this is, let's make it 8 meter, and this one also, let's make it 8 meter. That looks good. Okay, I mean, technically we could just, I mean, it's just this thing here, no? We could actually split this guy completely in half, then we would be, then the proportions would be great again. How complicated is this thing here? Could do it. Shall we do it? Yeah, let's do it. Let's just, yeah, split the whole thing here. Sometimes it's a little bit tedious and a lot of work to split things. It's always possible. It's always possible. Like this. Okay. Again, if this is kind of, if we're messing this up right now, not a problem, then I'm gonna fix this offline anyways. But the white face, no, only face. And make some connections, because we need to cut this thing in half, and for that it has to be cut it somehow, I think so. Okay, this way. On this of only faces. Yeah, here we go. Only faces. Here we go. This is how it should look like. How was it before? Ah, yeah. Okay, we have to orientate on the other thing. I see. Only faces, so it should be no. Sorry, I have to check this again. Do it first. And this one we need then. Okay. Only faces. Yeah, in this method, there is easily a way to mess this up. But so what? It is what it is. Okay, like this, and then only faces. Oh boy, what have I done? Why did I start with that? Yeah, this and okay, this and this on its phases. Yeah, good. So far so good. Then let's continue on the phases. I think it's safer if we split it first. The advantages later on, it will help us when we put some details on our hand. Sometimes it's better with the mirror modifier, sometimes it's tedious, but for a robot it's good. Only faces. Only faces. Yeah. So, can we do that? Here we can. Here we can't. I think, shall we try something? Let's just try something. We're gonna use Alt M and say we're gonna recalculate outside. Let's see if, see, now we can. That looks so weird. Yeah. Also, now we can use this a little bit better, I think so. Sometimes it doesn't work because the outside and inside phases are not working. And sometimes maybe the... I don't know, I have to be careful before I talk nonsense here. Oop. Okay, so where am I here? This one here. Right. Oh no, careful. So only phases. Duck, up and up. Oh, and up. Huh? What do you say? I cut you in pieces. Yeah, I did. I did. Nah. Only phases. And this is actually so so we don't have to do it for both sides. We have to fill those stuff, but I think we're gonna do it after. After cutting, because where should we do all the work? So which one would we like to work on? I think this side I'm pretty comfortable with. Yeah, so we're gonna delete the left side, then we can work on the right side. I'm gonna delete this thing here. Oh, what is it? Now mirror modifier. I hope it is. No, it isn't. So here's the thing. I have the problem that the origin of this guy is not in the middle, and I'm not so. Oh, this looks funny actually. Let's see. I don't know if I want to change that right now. I should have changed it earlier anyways, before that, before cutting it. I mean, there's a different method to deal with this, but I'm not so sure if I want to do that anyway. So let me just undo that quickly. Also the deleting in progress if possible. Oh yeah, I was close because sometimes you cannot undo that. Let me just make a copy of this guy. And now we're gonna say, where's the origin of the... What have I done? This guy and this guy. Hide everything else. Origin of this guy is here. Okay, let's just say before cutting and origins geometry to origin. Origin to geometry. Yeah, and now we should cut this. There would be another way to fix that. Sometimes you don't want to change the origin, I think. There is a way to deal with that, but since we are fine. I don't need to show it right now. That's okay. Oh man, what am I doing? Yeah, unhide this thing here. Okay, let's try this again. But I'm gonna show you what I mean with the other way, in case you wanna see that. Okay, so this worked. We have to fill those things in, but the advantage here now is that this is now back to whatever we want. Yeah, that's good. So I'm gonna show you what I meant. So on this cube here as an example, it's always good. Okay, let's say we're gonna cut this thing in half, right? Like this one and this one. We're gonna this one. Gotta go to this menu here. So, and now you use the mirror modifier so far so good. It's not really complicated, but let's say it's like that, and it's a more complex object, and you don't want to change the origin point, but you want yeah, you want this guy, you know, to be close. What you could do is getting another cube. I'm not so sure if this example works right now because it's kind of messed up anyways, but I'm gonna show you the principle. So this cube will only be there for our mirror mode. So anyway, let's say right now the cube, the mirror modifier, is using the origin point for orientation. So the mirror modifier tries, anyway, I'm not gonna explain. Sometimes you want to do that. You want to just say mirror object. You want to use a mirror object, and then this object is being responsible for where the mirror modifier is, kind of. You understand? So now it's orientating on that. So that's can be handy sometimes, but you have to be careful. Every time you duplicate this guy here, Control and Dub, you duplicate this guy with it. So keep that in mind. Anyway, that's just a principle. If you need a better explanation, let me know. I think I can make a little tiny better maybe tutorial on this, maybe. If anyone is still watching that, that's also, you never know. Anyway, it doesn't matter, we're gonna continue. So we're gonna fill this in like so. No, what have I done? Yeah. And so, ta-da! Ta-da! You know, this filling principle, it reminds me on school, the best part sometimes was when you when you what is skizze? When you draw something, sketched something very simple, you know, when you filled it in with some colors, you know, that was very satisfactory. I'm not sure if this is a game or a word. And filling in stuff in Blender is kind of similar. That's all I try to say. So where am I? Is this necessary? Do I have to do that? Even, ah, yeah, I have to do that. Yeah. So this one here. Dip. Yep. 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 And up. And palim. 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 That's a German thing. I'm not getting it. No one gets it in Germany. Yeah, anyways, if you ask what palim palim means, the people will explain it's about a joke and who made a joke, but what it actually means, no one really knows. It's not necessary. But it's the best thing, the best joke in the world. No, maybe not. But it's funny. So let's see. I see. I think I closed it and it wasn't necessary. Or was it? Well, good, we are there at the beginning again. This is, well, I didn't came very far. So let's drag this out a little bit. Few meters. I know there is a, you can turn on the, but it's too late for that. This guy here, stuff like this, it's probably helpful. It's good for if you. I have also built a corridor sci-fi level where I used the snap function, which is cool if you wanna like put stuff like Lego on top of each other. Yeah, let me just delete this guy. We don't need that anymore. Although we can just put him into the backup, and the backup is hidden anyway. So good. Yeah, this one. Okay, let's go to what I actually wanted to do. And here I think there's a glitch going on. Yeah, this you have to make sure. If you use the mirror modifier, always make sure that stuff like this is not. It should look like that. Okay. So then, yeah, I think that's good. That was a good idea, I think. Yeah. So sometimes we also probably release some. Again, this. Yeah, obviously. Of course, it doesn't fix the problem, since the problem is not this side, but this one here. It's not so bad, but I wonder why. So let me just check. This is 598, and this is 6. Interesting. Huh? I wonder what I did. What about this guy? This is okay. This guy is 5.9. This guy is 6. Now look at you. Found a little guy who is responsible for all the mess. Look at me. Good job, brain. So here we go. Save the thing. Just one vertex. One vertex to get them all. Not to destroy them all, right? That's the phrase, to destroy them all. Yeah, the Hobbit and stuff. I'm not a fanboy, but I kind of liked it. When I watched it when I was in the theaters. I'm old enough that I watched it there. It was a good, incredible, impressive movie. Oh boy, was that great! And I recently watched it actually, the whole stuff. Lord of the Rings, I mean, Hobbit. Yeah, I learned kind of English with the Hobbit, but it's a different story. Let's focus here for a second. 2 meters. You can do. Yeah, looks good. So let's go. Let's pull this inside a little bit to 5 meters. Yeah, I cut the whole thing in half because of one vertex. But it's a good thing because now there's an advantage to that. It's not so bad actually. Good thing is because we have to do here something which is a little bit tedious anyways. How does it look first of all? Oh, it's okay. If it's too small, that we can add some details later. So, you know what? But I would like to make it symmetrical. Yeah, like this. Okay. Then we're gonna insert phases. I think we need to go even. We need to squeeze it more. Because yeah, we have to do that. Yeah. Because it will get brighter. No, is it brighter? What's a bright? Brighter means the light. What is brighter? Wider. Automatically. So here we go. That was good. And now we're gonna do the fun part. That's the best part. gonna say, you know, about the numbers, I'm not even sure if you have to do it in this way. Can do it like that, yeah. So many ways again in Blender. You can do so stuff in so many different ways. Okay. Yeah, I think 1 is sufficient. Subdivided 5 times I figured out is a good value if you don't want to go do too crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna show you this once, but if I use it again, I have a macro in my mouse which basically does this one here. But I'm gonna show you what I do. Mesh, transform to sphere. Here we go. And then delete dissolve faces. Here we go. Make this bigger again. Well, let's leave it for now like that. Okay. So let me think. The problem is it will allow our hand to go up and down, right? But it will not allow our hand to go left and right with the wrist, I mean, which is maybe okay because, again, I don't want to be too crazy on details. I think I'm going to handle it like this. I'm just leaving it simple like that. So our hand will be able to go up and down with the wrists, but not left and right. And because, oh, no, yeah, I hurt my own hand. So you can do that, you know, up and down, and the arm is movable. If it turns out that it doesn't work with the animation, I will have to change that, but I think it's okay. I mean, in order to make it up and down, what do we have to do? I mean, this up and down is clear. Now the other thing, left and right, we have to do that here as well. Shall we do that? We have to split this guy. Like here, for example, you know, this thing here is able to go up and down, and then this guy, you know, because there's a hole in the wall. This is one of my teaching sentences. I played Bioshock, learned English also while playing Bioshock, and I practiced the sentence. I think, hole in the wall. Anyway, so there's a hole in the wall, and this will allow us to, you know, to rotate it on this axis, so which means you can go up and down like DMX, and then here, you know, like this stuff here. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, let's deal with that later. Let's continue. I have to go soon anyways. So because my girlfriend, she's currently not with me, but she will call me. And it's actually late at night. It's very late. So anyway, kind of confused with the. I cannot see that. See? It's okay. Let's not. What am I doing? This I have to change anyway. So we wanna have the connection, right? So let's. I'm just doing it. I'm not gonna explain how. I don't have time for that. Let's just quickly. Okay, we're gonna. What I just did. Okay, let's just explain. So I selected those guys. And then I shifted duplicated those guys and put it into this position. Now I want to know where the exact position for this one is, and it's which it's X. Okay, X is like, you know what? Let's make 5. That's better. So and now we say this guy here all go to 5, and it's not connected yet. So we do the very nice thing here. Go into the vertex mode and press 1 or press 1, A for all, and then M, merge by distance, and now we connected this guy here. See, it is connected. So why do we do that? yeah, we did it. And it makes sense. That's a good part. Let me select the outer rim here. And oh, what is happening here? Oh, nothing. It's just whoo. Ah, there is something happening. Undo, undo, undo. Okay. Again, let me select outer rims here. Come on, like this. Okay. So let's make 2 mirror. Okay, tip. Filling it in, and now we have the basics. So, but it should not, I mean, it's connected to the thing, which I now realize it's not good. So we're gonna select the whole thing and say separate. Select separate. Sometimes my brain is just, you know, just stuck. I do something, then I don't even know who am I. Mesh. Mesh, separate by selection. Here we go. And the origin point is not in the middle. So let's fix that too, because that's kinda important. I'm gonna hide this for now, and we're gonna fix it like I showed in a different video. You can check this out. This is here on the channel. 2 ways with dealing. This guy has to be, you know, here's the 2 ways fixing some origin problems, if you want. So this is what we're gonna do, because I need that so often. Oh, what am I doing? Destroying here my mesh. This one we have to. This one too probably. Wait, why is it like that? Yes, we don't need that. Yeah, looks nice. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna fill this in just for fixing the origin problem here. We're gonna fill this in. We're gonna separate the cycle here. How was it again? Mesh, separate by selection. And then I got the thing. So let's hide this thing as well. So this will help us to determine the origin point of our object. Let me just think for a second, because I believe in magic. Because I want to use the mirror modifier, and here's the mirror modifier used too. Do I want to have the origin point in the middle? We have to, let's just test it. I'm not so sure right now, actually. So let's just put this guy aside. Let's deactivate the mirror. Okay, this guy we say right click, set origin to geometry. Okay, we don't need a mirror modifier for that. We don't need a mirror modifier for a cycle. Good. Now we're gonna say, and what are we gonna say? Can I put this guy back? Oh, I shouldn't have moved this, or should I? Oh, I got confused. Oh. That's okay. Let's undo this quickly. Let's apply the mirror modifier. I think that makes sense. Apply the mirror modifier. I'm a bit confused right now. Or should I apply it or not? Let's just undo this one. Wait a second. I'm really confused right now. It's okay to be confused sometimes. But I'm really confused right now. Can I try? Let me try something. Can I use this? No, this will not work. I think the mirror modifier is what confuses me right now. How can I? Let me just try something. I said snap to active. No, that's it. That's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, snap to active was good in this case. It varies from you have to always think about how to deal with those things, because sometimes different the object is different, the origin point is different, and how do you approach stuff is different. But in this case it was good how we did it. Now we have to join this one to that, so that we have to join this guy to the round face to the cycle. not the other way around. That's very important. This one has to join that, so that he is also using the origin of the cycle phase. That's very important. Okay, let's do that. Selecting this guy and that guy now. Control and J for join, and here we go. There it's now one object. This one we can delete, but we could just leave it because maybe we're gonna use that. Let's leave it. Usually I delete that because we just created this for finding the origin point again, but I like it right now, so we're gonna select everything and say M by distant, so we just, you know, leave it like that for now and unhide everything. So if I rotate this now, it didn't, oh, I forgot a huge step. Okay, one step is done, but we want to be able to rotate. This guy has to be able to rotate on its own axis. Oh, that's easy actually. No, it's not easy. Can I undo this? Okay, let's just, I could undo it, but I'm going to show you how to fix it from here on. Basically, what we have to do is, yeah, what do I have to do? Yeah, duplicate this guy, mesh, separate by selection. In this case, we want to have the origin point exactly in the middle. So we're going to apply the mirror modifier. Now we have, you know, it's one object. And now we say origin to geometry, origin to geometry. So if I, you know, rotate that now, it's perfect. And let's just see if I gonna hide that. And now we're gonna hide this too, delete this guy here. So let's see what happens if I, yeah, we have two objects, this guy and this one. Now we're gonna join again, and it should, because the origin point is now, you cannot see it, and I apologize for that. The origin point now is here in the middle, and we want, yeah, we want this one here. This one's origin point is there, somewhere there, which we don't like. We could, I think we could have just applied the mirror modifier and then, yeah, that would work too, yeah. But anyways, sometimes it doesn't work, so you have to use this method. But I just realized I could do it differently. Let's just join it again because it's fun. So selecting this guy, that guy, and then Control J for join. And now, yeah, okay, now it's it worked, so I can show you this. Oh boy, it worked, but it also uses the properties of the thing, which there's no mirror modifier. Not a problem. I kind of overdid this in a stupid way, but we are good. We can fix it. I'm gonna delete this guy here. Let's do the same thing again. Merge everything together. We have like one object. The origin point is fine. Let's just get the mirror back. I hope it'll work. Yeah, it does work as it should, so I'm happy about that. Hey, here we go, like half hour for this nonsense here. Well, good thing, you know, now we have the, now we are able to basically, we can squeeze this more in here, but we should maybe make a copy. I see. We can actually make, I think we could right click, no, Control A and set apply. Would that work? Let me try it. No, it will. Okay, this doesn't work with the origin. Makes sense. But could it work with this one here? Apply location to detail. Yeah, not location to deltas. Yeah, whatever this means, I don't know. But basically, I think, yeah. Now with that I changed wherever the point of when I snap it back with Alt G, it jumps back to this position. This is his origin point for now, so that's good, because sometimes you wanna make a backup of it, and then when you need that, you're just gonna snap it back by Alt G, and it's exactly where it should be. Okay, good. Well, So from here on, we can now, because we have a backup, we're gonna save, we can now adjust it a little bit. We can look at this thing here. I wonder if we have to do it in this way. Yeah. We need a little bit of space that we can see that, you know, even if it's a little bit too much up close, but later on it looks just a little bit better. So when we extrude that, as you can see, well, huh? What do you say? This is what I love about Blender. You do some stuff, you think it's good, and then Blender does it for you. You know, you have an idea, you want to do something, and then you put some numbers, and or you change certain things, and then you think you did it, but actually Blender did a good job. You just, you know the tools, but it's like, you know, well, I don't know, it's like when you use a chainsaw for cutting trees. I mean, you might think you are good at cutting trees, but actually without a chainsaw, well, you still might be good at this. Maybe it's a hobby, or what do I know? What I try to say is be humble and enjoy your journey. Keep saying it because I also want to teach that myself, you know. I think it's true, it's necessary to be humble, because at the end of the day, all the stuff I keep saying that too, it doesn't mean shit. When your life ends one day, you don't think about, oh, I did a good job with Blender. No, no, no. I don't think so. You think about, did I treat people right? Did I do the right thing? Was I angry at the wrong moment? You know what I mean, the little things. Yeah, which I'm also suck, so don't worry. Okay, suck. See? Yeah, guys, I think we are reaching the end of this video. This is just, again, I think what I wanted to do is communicate that I got overwhelmed, and I wanted to also kind of, this also helped me to keep working on it. Sometimes it's hard because I'm distracted with other things. When I play a game, then you know, it's a role-playing game, then I want to do something which the game inspired me to do. So when I play a sci-fi game, then I want to do a sci-fi stuff. So this is how I work, and sometimes this can be a challenge, and some people say you need to focus and you need to do, which is not necessarily true. Yeah, you need to sometimes to focus, but it is okay to play around. You don't have to do it well all the time or to finish what you start. It's not true. This is not true anymore. What you have to do is, again, a little bit of discipline has to be there. That's a little bit, so that you're making some progress and happy about that. Very important. And then you need to find people who are actually enjoying what you personally don't enjoy as much. So I think if I want to make a game someday, it would be good to find people who love programming, who love doing those stuff, because I think I could do it. Not sure if I have so much fun as other people do with it. So we need to find people, you know, you need to come. The best thing I think in life is if you are able to find, which is not easy, to find out what you're good at. You have to, you know, and what you are bad at, and then you have to find people who fit to that, you know. So if you're good with, I do not know, if you are good, if you can talk well, then that's good, and then you need someone who can write well, and then if you team up, you have both, you know, both abilities. You can then communicate with the world, talking and writing. So that's what I'm saying. So there's space for every individual. We shouldn't force people to be all the same. You know, if you have a child and your child is being distractible and dreamy all the time, do not think it's a problem all the time, not necessarily, you know. Maybe if it's extreme, that's a different case, but just because somebody's, you know, not paying attention or dreaming, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's depending how you... Probably no one is watching that anyways. It's the saddest thing about that. But if you have a child, be patient, you know, and try to figure out what is fun. And if it loses, interest very quickly. Don't think it's not taking things seriously. It's just shifting the interest. You know, we all try to figure out what the hell we are good at. And so we shift around. Yeah, I think that's what I should have said at the beginning, but now it's too late. Anyway, so I'm going to continue on this guy. Maybe I'm going to finish Paul. Chances are likely, but maybe not. That's also okay. Good, that was a lot of fun. So thank you for letting me do that, and have a good day. Be patient if you're a father, a mother, and yeah. And if you're like me, be humble. Be humble, and sometimes not. Okay, have a great day. Until then, bye-bye.